Harriet Beecher Stowe's Uncle Tom's Cabin, published in 1852, is a seminal anti-slavery novel that profoundly impacted American society. The book follows the lives of enslaved individuals, particularly Uncle Tom, as they navigate the brutal realities of slavery in the pre-Civil War United States. The novel begins in Kentucky at the Shelby plantation, where the kind but financially struggling Mr. Shelby decides to sell two enslaved individuals, Uncle Tom, a devout and gentle older man, and Harry, the young son of Eliza, a mixed-race enslaved woman, to pay off his debts. Upon hearing this plan, Eliza decides to escape with her son to avoid separation. Her journey north, pursued by slave catchers, forms one of the novel's central storylines. Meanwhile, Tom remains loyal and does not attempt to flee. He is sold to a slave trader, Haley, and taken south, setting off on his journey. Eliza's escape is dramatic. She crosses the frozen Ohio River with her child, barely evading capture. She finds refuge with the kind-hearted Senator Byrd and his wife, who oppose the Fugitive Slave Act. She is later aided by Quaker abolitionists who guide her and her family toward Canada, where they hope to find freedom. Her husband, George Harris, a skilled enslaved worker who has also escaped, reunites with her. Their story illustrates the struggle and determination of fugitive enslaved people seeking liberation through the Underground Railroad. Tom is transported down the Mississippi River and sold to Augustine Street Clare, a wealthy but indifferent slave owner in New Orleans. There, Tom befriends St. Clair's daughter, the angelic and kind Eva, whose deep Christian faith influences Tom. Eva treats enslaved people with compassion and urges her father to do the same. St. Clair, while somewhat sympathetic, is unable to take decisive action against slavery. After Eva dies from illness, St. Clair, grief-stricken, pledges to free Tom. However, before he can do so, he is suddenly killed in a brawl. His cruel wife, Marie, ignores his wishes and sells Tom to the brutal plantation owner Simon Legree. Legree, a vicious and sadistic man, runs his plantation with an iron fist. He resents Tom's deep faith and unwavering kindness, seeing them as defiance. Tom endures harsh treatment, but remains steadfast in his beliefs, offering spiritual guidance to other enslaved people, including Cassie, a woman who has suffered horrific abuse. Cassie eventually devises a plan to escape with another enslaved woman, Emmeline, using a ruse to convince Legree they are ghosts haunting his plantation. Inspired by Tom's faith and resilience, Cassie and Emmeline successfully flee, eventually encountering Eliza and discovering they are related. Tom refuses to betray Cassie and Emmeline's whereabouts, enraging Legree. As punishment, Legree orders his overseers to beat Tom mercilessly. Even as he lies dying, Tom forgives his oppressors and remains true to his Christian faith. Shortly afterward, George Shelby, the son of Tom's former owner, arrives too late to rescue him. Moved by Tom's sacrifice and suffering, George returns home and frees all the enslaved people on his family's plantation, fulfilling a moral obligation influenced by Tom's teachings. Eliza and George successfully escaped to Canada and later settled in Liberia, a colony in West Africa founded for freed African Americans. Their journey represents hope for self-determination and dignity, contrasting with the tragic fate of those left behind. Cassie and Emmeline also reach safety, reuniting with Eliza's family, and reinforcing the novel's theme of perseverance and resistance. Commentary: Harriet Beecher Stowe's Uncle Tom's Cabin is a landmark novel that played a crucial role in shaping public opinion against slavery. Through vivid characters and emotional storytelling, Stowe exposes the brutality of the institution while advocating for Christian love and moral responsibility. Tom is a Christ-like figure who embodies Christian forgiveness and sacrifice, while Legree symbolizes the moral corruption of unbridled power. The contrast between characters like Street Claire and Legree illustrates the range of attitudes towards slavery within American society. Despite its significant impact, the novel's portrayal of race has been debated, with some arguing that it reinforces patronizing stereotypes. Nevertheless, its historical importance cannot be overstated. It catalyzed social change and remains a powerful critique of injustice. By shedding light on the lived experiences of enslaved individuals, Uncle Tom's Cabin continues to be a compelling and thought-provoking read, urging reflection on themes of morality, freedom, and human dignity.